Hello and welcome to Risk Easy, where risk management is made easy. In this tutorial, I will show you how to create an event. To create a new event, you can press the plus sign up here on your dashboard screen, or you can open the events section in the side tab here, and again, press the plus sign. Alright, so we're now on the Create a New Event page. We've set our event types to be once only by default, but if you'd like it to be a repeat event, you can simply use the slider and make your changes as you need. You would then just fill this in as needed. So indicate the department that you are working in and your event belongs to, give your event a name. If it's an off-site event, write the address in here, or if it's on-site, make one of the selections that are available in your drop-down here. Now those would have been set up by your site administrator during the configuration process. Here is your start time, your end time, your start date, and your end date. When you finish that, you need to press Submit. Okay, going back to the dashboard here, what I'd like to do is give you an example of what an event looks like as you are developing it. So I'm going to open this one to show you an example. Now, if you have a look at this event, you will see the information that I showed you on the previous screen has now been transferred over to your event page. You can see the title of my event, you can see the date and the times that it occurs. What this screen also shows you is the members of your team. Now these team members, they're the ones that are going to receive a copy or a notification by email that this event is available to view in Risk Easy. I've started writing up this event by setting out all the sections that comprise my event, and they're in a logical order that my team will understand of how the event will take place on the day. Now to add a new section, what I do is choose one of these blue buttons down the bottom here. So I can choose to have a section that is simply a section with a title, or I can actually time that section within my event, and I can make that choice depending on which blue selection I make here. Under each section, you will be adding your appropriate risk assessment or risk assessments. Now I would do this by tapping New Risk Assessment. That would bring you to this page here. And this is where I can either give a title for a new risk assessment or search for one that's already in the system. So let's just say I would like to add a new risk assessment called XYZ. So I type that in there and you can see the system is undertaking a search to see if that already exists. It says that it doesn't, so I would just move to new risk assessment. Now the other way I could approach risk assessments is to find one that's already in the system. Now I happen to know that there's a good one in there that I need to use for my event, so I'm going to undertake it with a search with the word electrical in it because I'm pretty sure that's what I'm looking for. Now scrolling through it gives me some choices. Which one would I like to use? That's the one I'd like to use, so I would press Add to the Event, and now you'll see that that risk assessment has been placed underneath the section that I wanted it to be placed in. Now for more detail on writing risk assessments, please refer to the tutorial called How to Write a Risk Assessment. Eventually, my event will be comprised of an overview of all the sections involved, as well as the associated risk assessments. When I'm satisfied that it's complete, I scroll down to the bottom and I press the I am confident that the above event is safe to proceed button. This is called the self-approval process. Once I press that, all the members in my team will be notified that a new event has been approved and they can read or print off the event according to their needs. Now please note, once you've pressed this button, you aren't able to edit or make changes in the above sections. If you need to do so, you need to come back to the bottom of the screen, and this green bar will now read Remove Approval to make changes. You would press that, make your changes, be sure to remember to come back when you're finished and self-approve your event again. just to let your team know that it's in its final form. Now, let me point out to you the comments area here. I use this area to write notes to my team, and my team can write back to me in this area too. It's handy in circumstances where a group of people are having input into the same event and you want to document that input as part of your process. For example, I might write to my team asking for feedback on a particular risk assessment, and a team member might write back to me with their suggestions for improvement. Okay, just coming up again, I'm just going to point out some of our editing tools, and these will probably be familiar to you. So these are our edit buttons. This is our delete button. These arrows are very handy. So let's say I'm drafting my run sheet and I realise that perhaps this section is in the wrong place and I would like to move it further up my run sheet. I can use the arrows either up or down to change its placement in my run sheet. Up the top here, again, these buttons will be familiar to you. We have a print function, we have an edit function, this is our help function, and this is the very handy duplicate button. Now, duplication is useful when you are running a similar event from week to week, for example, with only minor changes. And here you would tap duplicate and begin editing your copy to suit. So, that is how you write up an event in Risk Easy. I hope this has helped you. We do have more tutorials available, so please have a look at these. And don't forget, we have a help function built in by tapping the question mark at the top of the screen. Thank you for your time and have a great day.